Hello students, welcome back. This is Dev's Coding Hub and today we are going to discuss Microsoft Excel 2010. So what is Microsoft Excel? Microsoft Excel is nothing but an electronic spreadsheet software. It is developed by Microsoft and distributed as a part of the Microsoft Office package. As you know, package is a collection of softwares. In Microsoft Office package, apart from Excel, you have Word, PowerPoint, MS Access and many other softwares. So basically Microsoft Excel is a electronic spreadsheet software developed by Microsoft and distributed as a part of the Microsoft Office package. It is basically an application software because it is task specific and it helps us in performing calculations using formula, analyzing data, creating charts, summarizing data and so on. Now, as Microsoft Excel is called a spreadsheet software, let us know the basic features of any spreadsheet software. A spreadsheet software should provide built-in functions to make calculations easier and faster. Then it should be able to pictorially represent data using the concept of chart or graphs. There should be easy facility of importing of data and exporting of data. It should be able to handle a large volume of data and manipulate them. It should also provide automatic recalculation facility. The term automatic recalculation means if you have a formula in a cell, if the values in the related cell that is part of the formula changes, the value is automatically recalculated in the cell where the formula is kept. It should support fast and automatic recalculation of data. Now there must be availability of data analysis tools. Excel supports a lot of data analysis tools as well as statistical tools. Next, how to start Microsoft Excel 2010? We can follow two processes. The first one is we have to click on the start button, go to all programs or programs. Then we should point to Microsoft Office and then we should point to Microsoft Office Excel 2010 and click there. If we click, we will get the Microsoft Office Excel window on the screen. Process 2 is to run Excel through the run button. To use the run dialog box. To use the run dialog box, you should know the executable file name for Microsoft Excel. The executable file name or the file that runs to give you the interface of Microsoft Excel is excel.exe. exe stands for executable. So when you press Windows and R, you will definitely get the run dialog box. You have to type Excel without the quotes in the open box and you have to hit enter and click on OK button. After you do this, Microsoft Excel will be loaded into your computer's memory and it will be visible as an application. Now when Microsoft Excel loads, it gives you this interface. This is the interface of Microsoft Excel. To understand the interface, we have to go through from top to bottom. At the top, you have to follow my cursor. At the top, we have the title bar of the application. Here, book 1 followed by Microsoft Excel is written. Here Microsoft Excel is the software and the book 1 is the file that is opened in Microsoft Excel. Now at the top left corner of the Microsoft Excel window, we have the application icon. The application icon shows the icon of the application MS Excel. Followed by this, we have the quick access toolbar. We have 3 options there. First one is save, second one is undo, which is disabled as because we haven't done anything, and the next one is redo. We can add more options in the quick access toolbar by clicking on this arrow. And at the right side of the window, top right corner, we have 3 window buttons. This is close. The center one is minimize and restore. Not minimize, actually restore button. And the first one, just like the hyphen, is the minimize button. Followed by this, we have the concept of tabs in Microsoft Excel. Every tab is associated with a rectangular bar called ribbon or command ribbon. When you click on a particular tab, the command ribbon changes. Beneath the command ribbon, at the left side, we have the formula bar. Sorry, it is the name box. In the name box, we can see the name of the currently selected cell. Now, what is a cell? To understand cell, you must know how Excel worksheet or spreadsheet is organized. It is organized in rows and columns. So these are the columns A, B, C, D, like this, and we have rows like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Intersection of a column and the row forms a rectangular box, and this box is called a cell. It is the smallest unit where you can enter data in MS Excel. Now, as because a cell is an intersection of row and column, it is named like this: column name followed by row number. So this cell will be what? You have to follow my cursor. This cell will be called what? A1. Right side of the name box, we have the formula bar. Whatever we type in Excel, we'll be able to see it in the formula bar. If there is a formula in a cell, the cell shows the result, and the formula bar shows the formula that gives us the result. At the bottom side, we have sheet tabs. Each page in an Excel file, which is called book 1, book 2, book 3 by default, you can rename it while saving. You can save it with a different name. Contains 3 sheets initially: sheet 1, sheet 2 and sheet 3. And by clicking on sheets, we can change the pages or sheets in a spreadsheet application like MS Excel. Now, At the far right side, follow the cursor, we have the vertical scroll bar, and here we have the horizontal scroll bar, and these three are the view buttons. View button is used to show you different views of the worksheet. Now this is called zoom slider. By using this, we can increase or decrease the size of the worksheet. Zoom slider just zooms the size of the, it may increase or decrease the size of the worksheet content, but physically it doesn't increase or decrease the size of the content. So it should be clear to all of you that zoom slider either zooms in or zooms out. It doesn't physically change the size of the data. And beneath the sheet tab, we have the status bar. In the status bar, at the right side, we have the view buttons, zoom slider, and according to the different types of works we are doing, we can see the status in the status bar. Now, the components we must be aware of when we are going to learn Microsoft Excel are like this. Workbook. And a workbook is nothing but a file created in Microsoft Excel. When a workbook is saved, it is saved with an extension of XLSX. So if we don't change the name, it will be book1.xlsx. Worksheet is nothing but the pages in the workbook. Initially, every workbook gives us 3 worksheets, and their name is sheet 1, sheet 2 and sheet 3. The next thing is cell and cell pointer. Cell is an intersection of row and column. So it is the smallest unit of representing data in MS Excel. When a cell is selected, it is highlighted by a thick black border. This border is called cell pointer. Cell range or range is nothing but a continuous selection of cells, either horizontally or vertically or in both directions. The fill handle is a small square at the bottom left right corner of the selected cell. Scroll bars we have already discussed. Tabs we have already discussed. Command ribbon we have already discussed. Sheet tabs I have already shown you. View buttons I have already shown you. Zoom slider is also discussed. Formula bar and the application icon is also discussed. So let us go something else. So now, what are the different types of data that is supported in Excel? Excel supports 3 different types of data. First one is number, second one is text, third one is formula. So number data type always deals with numbers. Text data type deals with alphanumeric characters, and formula as they can give results, they yield results, they are also what considered as data type in Microsoft Excel. Now some critical information we must remember when we learn Excel. The workbook names. Workbook names are given like book 1, book 2, book 3, and this 1, 2, 3 can be represented by n value. The more books we create, this number keeps on increasing. Similarly, sheet numbering also starts with sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, where 1, 2, 3 can be considered as n. As we add more sheets, the value of n increases, and it could be sheet 4, sheet 5, and like that. Now Excel sheet, why it is called a spreadsheet? Because it is a very big sheet. It contains 1048576 rows and 16,384 columns. Now 1048576 is 2 to the power 20, 2 to the power 20 rows, and 60,384 is 2 to the power 14. So this many rows and this many columns. If we intersect rows and columns, we will get cells. So if I multiply 1048576 and 16,384, I will get 17179869,184 cells. So per Excel sheet, we have this many cells. Whenever we save an Excel workbook, it always takes the extension of .xlsx. Now the default column width. You point your mouse cursor to the right edge of a column, you'll see, and hold down your mouse, you'll see that it is showing 8.43 within bracket 64 pixels. Now what is the unit of 8.43? Is it points? It is something else? It is nothing but characters. So it is giving you a width of 8.43 characters, which is 48 points or 64 pixels, and the default row height is 12.75 points. If we compare the column width and row height, we'll see that row height is more, 12.75, as compared to 8.43, which is the width of the column. But the default measurement unit for column width is 8.43 characters. So it is actually 48 points as compared to 12.75 points, which is 17 pixels in width. Now let us see and start Excel. And see what we have discussed. This is the application icon. As I have told you, this is the quick access toolbar. We can add more options like this, clicking on the down arrow and clicking this quick print option. We can add this quick print option by to remove an option. Again, we have to uncheck it. That's it. So items in the quick access toolbar can be accessed, added, or removed by clicking on this. This is the book 1, the first book or workbook, the default name of the first workbook, and this is the application number. This is the minimize button, maximize button, and the restore button, and these are the tabs. As I have told you, as I click on a tab, the command ribbon changes. So it is a nice way to display a lot of commands in a very small area. So every command ribbon is associated with a tab, or you can say, and vice versa. Every tab is associated with its command ribbon. Now see, this is A1 showing in the name box. This is called the name box. That's because we have selected the name box. Sorry, A1 cell. Now if I click on this cell, what is the name of this cell? It is F column, column F, and row 10. So it should be F10 in the name box. So like we select the cells, the name box changes. You can easily see it. Now if I type something, I'll be able to see it here in the formula bar. There are 3 buttons to the left of the formula bar. Cross means cancel. This cross is equivalent of pressing escape. This tick is equivalent to enter. Let us see. I am pressing enter. And if I click on the FX button, I will be able to insert a function, and I will get the insert function dialog box. We'll discuss about functions later on. Now if I want to write a formula, if I write a number, suppose, it will be always right aligned. When I write text, it is left aligned. Remember, combination of text and numbers and symbols are text. So it is alphanumeric character, which is also considered as text. Now a data type could be a formula also. Suppose if I write 67 plus value of this cell. So if I click on this, I'll be able to get the reference of the cell, which is F6. So whatever value is there in F6 will be added with 67. Now why do I write 67 equal sign in front of this? Because for writing any formula or function, we have to put an equal sign at the front. If I don't do this, this will be considered as alphanumeric character, so text. But if I double click and put a equal sign in front and press enter, it will become a formula. Now 156 comes from what? 67 plus the value of the cell F6, which is 89. Now if I change this to 600, this will become 667, as because now 67 is added with the value of F6, which is 600. Now this automatically changes the value in the formula based cell. So this is called automatic recalculation. Let's see one more example. These are the sheet tabs. You can change the pages. You can add more sheet by pressing this, or you can press the shortcut Shift F11 to add more sheets. We can scroll left and right by horizontal scroll bar, and vertical scroll bar will make us scroll up and down. This is a zoom slider, increases the size of the components of the sheet, not physically, for viewing purpose. You can also decrease or zoom out, and you can go to 100% also. These are the view buttons. If we click on the view buttons, this is the page layout view. This is the normal view, and this is the page break preview. As because There's no content in sheet 5 and not been able to see any preview. Now if I type something here and there also, I'll be able to find 2 pages. That's all for today. If I save, I can save this with any name, session 1 dot XLSX. If I don't provide, then also it will take the XLSX extension. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and press the notification bell for getting any notification of my uploaded videos. For live classes, I'll definitely get a private link. Thank you.